Hi, my name's Emily and I'm so excited to be filming the BookTube Newbie Tag for the first video on my channel, The Redheaded Ravenclaw. So let's just get started, I guess. The first question is, why did you want to start this channel? And I have two reasons. I've been watching BookTube for 2 to 3 years now. I think I started watching in 2017, if I remember correctly, and I've always really enjoyed the community, and I've been silently observing for a while, and I just have, for the last year or so, been thinking like, oh, I would really enjoy, making YouTube videos, and I just didn't really feel like I had the right bookshelves and the right filming equipment and stuff like that. And I mean, like, I'm filming this on my iPhone right now, and I do have a brand new bookshelf right here, so I feel really good about that. And that's one reason why I want to join, is because I've just been watching from a distance for so long, and now I feel like I should join. And then the other reason is I would really like to make connections with other people who also enjoy reading, who love talking about books, who love being involved with other people who are bookish people as well. So that's what I'm really excited for with this channel. And if you notice me like glancing down, I have like a list of the questions on the floor, so that's what I am looking at when I look down. The second question is, what are some fun and unique things your channel can bring to BookTube? And I feel like this is a really, like, I don't know, a question where you're kind of you're being asked to brag about yourself, and so I'm not sure, I'm kind of a boring person, but I think one thing that I could use for this answer is that I am currently in grad school to become a young adult librarian. And so I feel like while I'm getting my schooling and taking classes on things like children and young adult literature and the public library and things like that, I can add that aspect of my life to my BookTube channel and talk about things in the library world. And wanting to become a young adult librarian makes me that much more like keen to talk about young adult books, and I'm a huge fan of them, and that's pretty much what I read all the time. And so I feel like my librarian side can come into the BookTube side and add something fun. So the third question is, what are you most excited for about this channel? And I think the biggest thing is just making friends. I live by myself, and my friends all live all over the place because I stayed in our college town and work in the library at the college I went to, and all of my friends are kind of doing other things in different parts of the state or in other states. And so I just want to make friends with other people who love bookish things, love talking about books, love reading, and because I feel like I can really connect with people like that, and I just want other people like that in my life. And I'm also excited just about like becoming confident with making content. I am participating in the reading rush right now, and I decided to vlog my experience, and I've never like filmed myself before, and I feel like I have the personality of a boiled potato in those vlogs, honestly, because I come home from work and I sit down and I start reading, and that's like what I talk about. I'm not doing anything exciting in my vlogs, and I feel like my emotions are not coming across as I'm talking. But hopefully, as I continue to do this, I'll become more confident with my speaking, with not saying like things like that. And I've just noticed, like, watching back my film and my footage from the Reading Rush vlogs, I am so annoyed at listening to myself talk. But hopefully as I continue on, I will get better and just become more confident in making stuff. And I just want to be able to talk about books and be eloquent about it and have a lot of fun while I'm on this platform. The fourth question is, why do you love reading? And a big part of it is that it runs in my family. My great-grandmother is fortunately still alive, and she loves reading, and she taught my mom to love reading, and my mom obviously taught me, and my dad also loves reading. And it kind of stopped at me because my younger sister hates reading, and so I have just developed a love of reading through, like, kind of passed on from generations. And another reason is that I just love consuming stories, like learning about other worlds, learning about other people, reading these stories that are different from my own. And I think that part of that is a reason why I want to become a young adult librarian, which I can talk about that some other time, why I'm going to school for that and why I want to be a librarian. And I also just enjoy analyzing content, which also has to do with wanting to be a young adult librarian, and I can talk about that more later. But I just love reading in depth in stories, and it goes both ways. Like, I love just getting lost in a story, but I always also really enjoy looking at the content deeply and, you know, saying, like, is this really appropriate, or it does this hold value, things like that. And so those are reasons why I really love reading. The fifth question is, what book or series got you into reading? And I've always been a reader, like I said, and so when I was really young, I loved Junie B. Jones, I loved Magic Treehouse books, I loved The Amazing Days of Abby Hayes. I don't know if any of y'all know what that is. When I knew that I was going to be an avid reader, my three favorite series that I can, like, recall that got me into reading were the Maximum Ride series by James Patterson, Twilight, and the House of Night series by PC and Kristen Cast. And I think those three things just solidified, like, you being me are an avid reader, you consume stories, you want to stay with these characters forever. And I'll show you guys up on the top shelf here, if I can get my camera to move. I have the Maximum Ride series up there and the House of Night series up there. That one not complete, but I'm working on completing it. But I keep those for nostalgia purposes. I'm really too scared to try to reread them because I don't think that they will hold up. But those are the ones that have held in my memory, like, you fell in love with reading because of these things. Even if they aren't great anymore, like, I will cherish them forever. The sixth question is, what question would you ask your favorite booktubers? And I think for me, also the air conditioner just kicked on if you hear noises, but I think I would ask the question of just, like, how do you balance between working and filming and editing? How do you find that balance? What do you do for scheduling? Like, that's something I worry about, and I think I'll get into that in the next question or the question after that. But just, I need to know, because I'm a very organized person, and so I feel like it won't be like a really difficult time, but I know that I'm gonna want to be filming when I need to be doing something else, and so I just need to know, like, what do you do to stay balanced, and how do you find that balance? The seventh question, which is what I was talking about a second ago, is what challenges do you think starting a BookTube channel will be hardest to overcome? And for me, it will be balancing work, because I work full-time, I'm a full-time graduate student, and, you know, the channel, I want to, you know, make all of them be important and all of them have good content. And, well, I don't know how much work and grad school can have content, but you know what I mean. Like, I want to give my all at work, and I want to make sure I'm doing really well at school, but I also want to make sure that my content is worthwhile and be able to post. So just, I think, you know, the question of, like, asking a booktuber what they do to schedule their time, I think it would be interesting to see, and it's just going to take some time for me to figure out, like, what posting schedule I need to have and things like that that will work with my real life schedule in terms of work and school, which I'm off school right now, and so that may come back to bite me in the butt that I'm starting a channel right before I start up my second year of grad school, but here I am, I'm doing it. The 8th question is, when did you start reading? And I started reading before I even went to kindergarten. I have vivid memories of my mom and I laying in my bed, and we had these editions of classics, and I don't know what they were. They were chunky, and they had these really ugly covers, and I remember her kind of working with me on reading by her reading the chapter, and then I would read the caption under the illustration. And then, of course, I built on that, and I think I was reading chapter books by the time I went to kindergarten, and I've always been a reader. And then after junior high, I kind of dropped off. I was still reading, but I wasn't reading a lot because I was busy. I was in the band, and I was a cheerleader in high school, and so I wasn't focusing on reading. But in 2017 is when I started avidly reading again and picking up books left and right. And so I am really glad that I'm back in it and that I am reading, regularly, as in like I finish a book and then pretty much right after it I pick up another one. The 9th question is, where do you read? And my answer for that, I have 3 main locations. I have my big comfy reading chair, which it's kind of a mess right now. It's off to the side, but maybe I will insert a picture. That may be asking for a lot for a BookTube newbie, but I will eventually show it, or you may see me in it in my Reading Rush vlogs. I have my couch, which I get the best reading light from my couch, just from the angle of it, and so I enjoy that. And then sometimes I read in my bed, but I'm the kind of person who gets really sleepy reading in bed, and so I can't read with purpose in bed. It can be like helping me fall asleep or whatever, but I can't, if I'm trying to like really push through and read something, it won't happen in my bed. And then the final question is, what kind of books do you love to read? And for me, I really love low fantasy. I can't do high fantasy really. Which is kind of weird because my favorite book of all time is Strange the Dreamer, but I can't do like Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, that kind of high fantasy. It just doesn't work for me. I really love paranormal books, like anything that has to do with ghosts or just spooky stuff. I love Halloween, and you can probably see these lights, they're ghost shaped, and I do a close-up of them in my Reading Rush vlog, so you'll be able to see those. And I also love contemporary, but it has to be pretty specific kinds of contemporary. One of my favorite niches of contemporary is about bands or about music, and I don't pick up romance that often, so if that's not a thing, then that's fine with me and my contemporaries. But yeah, that's the BookTube Newbie Tag. I'm so excited about my channel, and like I mentioned before, I am participating in the Reading Rush right now, and I've filmed on Monday and Tuesday. Today is Wednesday, July 23rd, 24th, I don't know what day it is. Anyways, it's Wednesday of the Reading Rush, and so I think what I'm going to do is split my Reading Rush vlogs into 2, and so I'm going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then upload that Thursday after I upload this video, if everything works, and then film Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and upload those. And I don't have as much content. Well, I have a lot of content from the first day of the Reading Rush because I talk about my TBR and other things like that, and then not so much Tuesday and Wednesday, but then I won't have much content Thursday, but Friday I only work until noon, and then Saturday and Sunday I have off, and so I'll be able to get a lot of footage and a lot of reading in during that end of the week. So hopefully they'll be balanced out in the amount of time that they last, but that is the plan. And so I hope that y'all enjoy my answers, I guess. I hope that y'all will subscribe, and hopefully I will be providing good content for y'all. And yeah, happy reading, and I'm excited to be here in the book community. So leave a comment and introduce yourselves or ask me questions about me, and I'll be happy to answer and talk with y'all. But until next time, I'm gonna say bye, and I'm gonna go get some dinner. So bye, everybody.